Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are demystifying the invisible force that is quite literally driving the modern economy. We're going to look at how digital value is actually built from the ground up. We throw around buzzwords like digital transformation all the time, but we rarely map out the actual anatomy of how a company turns raw technology into tangible success. By the end of this, you're going to see technology not just as a bunch of disconnected tools, but as a highly coordinated living ecosystem. It's kind of a deceptively simple question, isn't it? We all know technology is absolutely crucial. We use it every single day. But where does the actual value originate from in a tangible sense? Does it just spontaneously generate the second you buy a new piece of software? No way. Value is manufactured. And to understand exactly how, we need to look at the entire life cycle. To figure that out, we're going to treat this whole ecosystem just like a literal factory supply chain. So, we'll quickly define true digital value, look at the systems that create it, how we defend those assets, the way we deliver services, and finally, the frameworks that govern the whole shebang. Let's just dive right in. All right, Section 1, defining true digital value. This is the invisible force driving the modern economy. Here's the thing. Digital value doesn't just magically appear out of thin air. It takes a strategic, really integrated ecosystem to deliver measurable outcomes. Buying the shiny new tech is not the point, right? It's about the tangible benefits that tech generates. We're talking real, noticeable performance bumps, incredibly smooth customer experiences, rapid innovation, and at the end of the day, your competitiveness in the market. The technology itself is just the tool. This measurable benefit, that is the actual product. Moving into Phase 2, let's look at how this builds. Section 2, systems that create value, or as I like to call it, the engine room of the digital factory. Okay, so these systems are essentially the heavy machinery creating the value. First up, you've got ERP. Think of this as your factory floor manager, perfectly coordinating finance, HR, and the supply chain to slash those operational costs. Then your CRM, that's basically your highly caffeinated sales team, right? Driving engagement and boosting revenue. And finally, data systems and AI. This is your advanced R&D lab, refining raw data into predictive insights to uncover entirely new market opportunities. And, cloud computing is absolutely the ultimate foundation for this modern factory floor. Actually, think about it. Scaling up used to mean buying massive, ridiculously expensive physical servers. Now, you've got this incredible agility to deploy and scale effortlessly with basically zero huge upfront capital. It literally lets you pivot instantly to whatever the market or your customers throw at you. But value is incredibly fragile, which brings us to Section 3, defending your digital assets. These are the shields of the ecosystem. Look, you can create all the value in the world, but it means absolutely zilch if you get hit by a data breach or some devastating ransomware attack. Creating value is obviously essential, but protecting it, that is completely non-negotiable. If the factory burns down, nobody cares about the products inside. So how do we protect it? With overlapping layers. On the perimeter, your cybersecurity systems, firewalls, intrusion detection. These are your fences and guards. Inside, Identity and Access Management, or IAM, is your digital bouncer. It's not just a basic login screen. It's using multi-factor authentication to check VIP badges before anyone gets in. Deep down, data protection is your vault, locking things up with encryption and disaster recovery plans. And keeping an eye on the whole setup is risk management, ensuring you actually stay compliant with the law. Now, trapped value is useless value. You can manufacture it and lock it in a vault, but if nobody can use it, what's the point? Let's jump right into Section 4, delivering services to users. These are the pipelines and logistics. Let's trace this delivery journey. Step 1 is IT service management, or ITSM. That's your back-end logistics crew fixing hiccups before anyone even notices them. Step 2 is your content management system. That's the digital storefront, taking all that value and packaging it into a beautiful, seamless app or website experience. And Step 3, the network infrastructure itself, the literal highways and shipping lanes guaranteeing lightning-fast transmission right to the user's screen no matter where they are in the world. But hey, quick reality check. Delivering value happens internally too. We get so hyper-focused on the customer that we completely forget our own teams. Internal delivery runs on your collaboration tools, video conferencing, messaging apps, shared workspaces. Sure, the endless notification pings can be a little annoying, but without them, modern distributed teams just wouldn't function. If your internal delivery pipelines fail, trust me, external delivery is going to follow right behind it. All right, creating, protecting, and delivering value is just total chaos without governance.
So here's our final phase, Section 5, frameworks that govern everything. These are the rulebooks and orchestrators. You really have to understand these distinct frameworks to orchestrate the ecosystem without losing your mind. Think of COBIT as your strategic director, making sure IT actually aligns with your big picture business goals. ITEL, that's your quality assurance manager, constantly fine-tuning service delivery. The NIST framework acts as your head of security, systematically locking down cyber risks. And then there's DVMS, stepping in to provide real-time assurance by tying governance, risk, and resilience all into one perfectly unified system. And that DVMS piece is absolutely crucial. In most orgs, operational data is, well, let's be honest, it's a fragmented mess. DVMS acts as this really unique overlay, pulling it all together. It establishes the actual links between your digital assets, your objectives, your risks, and your controls. By doing that, it continuously transforms all that scattered data into trusted, audit-ready evidence. It literally proves in real time that your systems are hitting their goals. It's the ultimate proof that your digital factory is running exactly as it should.
As mastering this entire ecosystem becomes literally the ultimate competitive advantage right now, I want to leave you with a thought to take back to your own organization's factory floor. Look at the systems you're currently using to create, protect, and deliver value. Are they stuck operating in silos, or are they truly integrated and governed? Are your technology investments actually aligned to deliver sustainable, measurable success? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep asking those tough questions, and we'll catch you next time.